There's a silent war happening inside many of us. A war that no one sees, yet it shapes everything we do. It's the war between who we truly are and who we've learned to pretend to be. It begins slowly, almost imperceptibly. In childhood, when the world starts teaching us that love isn't always unconditional, that being ourselves sometimes comes with a price, that showing too much emotion might bring ridicule, that being too honest might bring punishment, and that to be accepted, we must learn to hide the parts of ourselves that make others uncomfortable. So we adapt, we adjust. We start building a version of ourselves that the world approves of, a mask that protects us, but also imprisons us. At first, it seems harmless. You smile when you want to cry. You nod when you disagree. You pretend to be fine when every part of you is falling apart. You convince yourself that this is maturity, that this is strength, that fitting in is more important than being real. But deep down, something begins to fracture. The soul begins to whisper, "This isn't who I am." And the more you silence that voice, the louder the war becomes. Because the truth is, pretending has consequences. Every time you betray yourself for acceptance, you create distance between your inner world and your outer reality. You build success on a foundation of emptiness. You fill your life with people who love the performance, but don't even know the actor behind it. You begin to wonder why you feel lonely even when you're surrounded, why every victory feels hollow, and why peace seems like something always just out of reach. And so the war continues, quietly, endlessly, between your truth and your fear. Your truth whispers, "Be real." Your fear screams, "Stay safe." And for most of life, we obey the fear. We wear the mask, polish it, defend it, and call it our identity. We become addicted to the approval it brings, even though that approval feeds the very emptiness we're trying to escape. But one day, the act becomes too heavy. The smile, too forced. The silence, too painful. Something inside you begins to rebel against the performance. It's not a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. It's the soul refusing to live in captivity any longer. That's when the real healing begins, when you stop trying to be what others expect and start remembering who you actually are. It's not easy. It feels like dying, and in many ways, it is. It's the death of the image, the persona, the carefully constructed self. It's terrifying to let it all go, to be seen without the armor. But that's where freedom lives. You start speaking your truth even when your voice shakes. You start saying no without guilt. You start walking away from places where you have to shrink to be loved. And for the first time in your life, you begin to feel something real. Peace. Not the kind of peace that comes from avoiding conflict, but the peace that comes from living in alignment with your truth. And that's when you realize the war was never between you and the world. It was between your authentic self and the mask you wore to survive it. The moment you choose truth over fear, the war ends, and in its place, you discover a kind of stillness that feels like home. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, press the thumbs up and share it with others. It helps spread the message of inner peace and self-discovery. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this.